Hi guys, welcome back. This vlog will be a really long vlog. I'm going to talk about a lot of things, especially how I got pregnant and what was my symptoms for the first trimester. As the title says, there's a lot to talk about because I didn't have a lot of footage in the first trimester, and that's when everything started to blow up, and there were a lot of changes that I could share about. I could share about how it happened from the start, and my experience for the whole first trimester. So before I start, I think by the time you see this, I will be very near my EDD date. The reason why I decided to vlog this earlier, and by the way, is just Raya last week while I was shooting this. It was just Raya last week, and I'm still in my second trimester. The reason why I wanted to vlog first and then upload later is because I didn't want to tell so many people about it, and I wanted a really smooth pregnancy before sharing it to everyone in the world, especially when this platform is quite public. But the current time I'm vlogging, I'm actually 19 weeks. I'll show you my bump. So there it is. At this point when you're watching this video, I do not know the gender, but I'm going to do a separate video for the second trimester video about gender. So that will be the second trimester part. So go and wait for the video next week, inshallah, find out the gender. So this video is all about the first trimester and preconception and all that talking, and it's going to be a very long video. So so if you're gonna watch to the end, thank you for listening to me, and if you're not, then it's okay. I may put some chapter tabs below for you to skip to which part you're interested to listen to. For the first trimester, I did not have any energy to do anything at all. I was sleeping most of the time. I did not have the energy to vlog, to edit vlogs even. That's why if you see the episodes, right, from episode I think 36, there was a 2 months gap, and that was when I was I cannot. So that 2 months was actually me just sleeping and just first trimester pregnancy things. I will share more symptoms, and then I did not have the time to edit. Only right after I start my second trimester, then I had the energy to edit lah. Not the time, I had a lot of time, but I had no energy. So only second trimester I had the energy to edit vlogs and then upload it. And that's why when you watch the vlogs from episode 36 onwards, the timeline is 2 months belated. Whatever I recorded in January, I posted in April. That's 3 months. So it's 3 months late lah. So I did not know I was pregnant until episode my birthday vlog. That's when I only got to know I was pregnant. So I think that is episode 38 or 39 or something. That is the timeline. So I only got to know from episode 39 onwards. So that is me. I actually from episode 39 onwards, I actually know that I was pregnant. So before that, all the vlogs I did not do at all. So let's start with before conceiving, what actually happened. I actually also planned to actually vlog about pregnancy last year in the Get Ready With Me, but I did not because I felt like it was too sensitive and things were not so clearly yet. So I did not have a chance to do that. But what happened was, okay, so the timeline is in January 2022, I got married, which was last year. To be honest, we did not expect to be pregnant. We were not trying, to be honest, but we were doing it lah. So we were not really trying. You know, some people when they just get married, they are really trying. They are tracking their ovulation. They are doing a lot of things, eating this and that, but we were not trying. So what we had in mind was like, kalau ada rezeki, ada lah. So leave it to faith. Whatever that comes, then comes. So for that 1 year, we were traveling a lot. We start of the year we staycay at a lot of places. That's when the border haven't opened yet, and then when the border opened, we went to Malaysia, we went to Malacca, we went to KL, we went to Port Dickson, you know. And we were not hoping so much. The thing about pregnancy is like, when you see like others like getting pregnant on your social media and all that, like you tend to question like, when am I next? Padahal like you don't like really expect it much, but you tend to question to yourself like, can I feel that for myself? But I feel like that's when you compare with other people. I was telling my husband lah, it's not something I was stressed about. It was just comparing, and then I felt like I can't wait for my turn. But I know it's not anytime soon lah, because we were not really trying. Last year, so from when I got married, I was still working, and then slowly I realized that my period was not consistent. So my period was always consistent throughout my whole life. It was 1 month, it was every month lah. So from last year onwards, I don't know why, it started to become 1.5 months, it started to become 2 months, and then finally that's when like I realized like my health was not okay, because also my my work, we do shifts, and sometimes it can be 12-hour shifts, and sometimes it can be morning shifts, and then the next day is afternoon, and then the next day is morning again. So it's quite tough for me lah. I could feel like my body breaking down, like slowly, mentally, even though the job was okay, but because there was a different shifts, it was very hard to maintain it, and also it kind of affected like your relationship with your family. Tak boleh keluar kat sini, tak boleh more attend this kind of family wedding, tak boleh attend family gathering, even holidays. I solely took leaves for those. So I really plan my like CC macam also shift. There's when you're working, when it's public holiday, you still have to work. So I had to plan my leaves on, and like go out holiday, and that's for my own sanity lah. In September, that was actually the last menses I had. The 7 days full, 7-8 days full of menses. That was September, was the very last menses I had. With October, because I knew like my menses was late, right? So I did not think about it. So in November, there was no menses, and then I took a pregnancy test. I think I have the clip. So I think we were at KL, and then I like tried to take a pregnancy test. Hi guys, so I'm taking a pregnancy test. I got this one, and I got this one. So I already pee. We're going to dip it inside. This one I have to dip it the shape with the arrow pointed at the end, the outline below to the urine. So how long okay, then okay, I dip. Okay, it's going to 5 minutes. It's negative. Anyway, I did not expect anything because like I said, we were not trying. I was just checking just to be sure lah. September when I felt like my body was like already dah tak boleh tahan, I decided to tender and create. So my niat then was to rest, to find a more relaxing job. Also I had planned holidays for November and December, so I told myself I quit in end of October, so end of October was my last, and I decided to. So November we went to KL and Port Dickson, and then in December we went to Dubai and Umrah. Alhamdulillah. So you know, sometimes when you go holiday, like I already went holiday, but your mind is still at work, like alamak kena balik kerja and all that. So for that 2 months I really like go, okay, enjoy, you know, do whatever I want. I was vlogging, I was editing, I was uploading, all the fun things. So I really enjoyed myself. December we went to Dubai and Umrah. So actually my menses did not come yet, right? So I was actually hoping for it to not to come. And I was like cause nak pergi Umrah, like we hope that we can ibadah the fullest. So I was actually also worried because my menses could come anytime at that month, but I was like praying, okay, jangan datang, nak ibadah. By the way, I tried using the pills. I forget what pills is that, to stop your menses when you go to Umrah. I tried that before when I was 15, and the aftermath of it was really bad. I had really bad cramps, like I couldn't walk at all. So after that, never again. This one I prayed that I wanted to do most of it. Alhamdulillah, I did. My menses did not come at all. I was a bit worried, my health wise, because my menses did not come for 3 months officially, right? Point of time, actually, I went to Umrah. Me and my husband, we had the same doa lah. Like we wanted where am I? Pregnancy things. Why do I get so emotional so fast? Our main doa was to obviously get Zuriat, anak soleh soleha and all that. So we prayed a lot. We really prayed a lot, and we told each other like, why not just try? So kita it feels like kita dah doa kan, tapi kita tak try. So for the past 1 year, we've not been like trying hard. We're just like honeymooning, doing what we like, you know. When it's time to do it, we do it, you know. It's not something that we, even though like we doa and all that, but it's not something that okay, let's work for it, you know. So when we doa there, it's a natural thing to like, okay, I think we should, when we doa already, we should try, right? We should usaha. So once we doa, we usaha, and it was really trying lah. We tried. It was a very nice experience. We were there, we met a shopkeeper who also doa for us, like the next time we go there, we will come with kids, you know, that kind of doa. I think a lot of hidden there were a lot of hidden messages, like people praying for us, and I feel that whole Umrah trip was the most fulfilling one, because I felt like it was already meant to be lah. Kalau kita kadang-kadang Like they say, if Allah nak kita doa, it's because that Allah wants to give you. So I felt like we doa a lot about it. When we went back to Singapore, we were still trying. I was tracking my ovulation. Even when I met my friends, and then two of my friends in the vlog that you saw just gave birth. And then when I met them, they actually asked like, oh, when bila and all that. It's not something like pressurizing to me, because those are my close friends, which I feel like we can't wait to see each other's mini me. So I wasn't offended, by the way. If I know we can get offended like if people ask, but they are very close to me, so I wasn't so offended lah. So I was telling them macam we're trying and all that, but dah hati macam tak tahu try tapi tak tahu boleh dapat ke tak, you know, but insyaAllah boleh. Then so after all that, so this comes to the part where we actually start to find out about the pregnancy. On 8 January, it was I wrote here episode 37, so I forget what episode was that, but you can go check it out. So that week, around that week lah, I had very bad stomach cramp. So I was like, oh, Alhamdulillah, menses nak datang. It was really like menses cramp, and I'm like, okay, Alhamdulillah. Like after 4 months, my menses is coming. I was like, oh, okay, it's coming. I felt relief lah. I thought like, you know, kalau, because I had the intention to go and check too. If 4 months tak datang means something is obviously wrong. So I had the intention to go to the doctor also, if my menses did not come. So when I had the cramps, I was like, oh, Alhamdulillah, okay, it's coming. It's really coming. It was quite bad lah. There were a few days it was quite bad. Like I had to be like bedridden, macam sakit gila. But I was thinking, macam cause dah 4 bulan tak datang, so I was thinking maybe the thing like shed a lot because it was too thick or what, right? So the body is amazing lah. Like I don't know how it works, but I thought like, okay, maybe cause it's not the first time I'm having back cramps. Sometimes when my period is not consistent, like suddenly it's consistent, then suddenly 1 month dia jadi macam 2 months, then the next cramp will be very painful. So it was, I had it before lah, so I thought, okay, 4 months, then it had to be worse, right, the cramp. So yeah, so I actually told everyone lah, okay, menses coming, you know. I was like ready, wearing pad, you know, takut anytime it will come soon. And true enough, I had spotting. Tapi spotting dia for 1 week. I had spotting for 1 week. So that whole week, the 9 to 14 of January, you can see 2023, that whole week I had spotting only. Then you know, spotting, usually if menses, spotting will be only for 1 or 2 days, and then the blood will flow out. But this one, I had spotting for 7 days straight. I was like, what is happening, man? Why is the blood not coming out? I still had cramps and all that. Okay, to be honest, I did not think about pregnancy at all. Cramp, period cramp. So I was already expecting the blood to flow out. I told my husband lah, something is really wrong with me. Like, do we need to get it checked or what? Like, you know, 4 months tak datang period, habis blood tak nak keluar, sikit-sikit datang, and it's really little by little. And for 1 day, like, dia boleh tengok lah berapa je dia punya spots dia. And then I was telling my husband, no, like something is really wrong with my womb, you know, something is really wrong. And then he told me like, why not you take a pregnancy test? And dalam banyak-banyak benda, you ask me to take a pregnancy. This is obviously menses coming, but it's not coming out. But so that day he went out to work in the morning about 4 a.m. and then he was coming back for subuh at around 6. So I was awake then. I was already having like insomnia lah, like I don't know why, like I was already not sleeping well. So when I sent it off to work at 4 a.m, I went to go and check, and once I peed, I put it at the side of the sink. I went to wash my hand, and not in 1 minute, no, in 30 seconds, it was so fast. And alhamdulillah, I saw the two line. So I was like, wait, what? I was so shocked that it was so fast. And by the way, by that week, it was already 5 weeks. I was so shocked, and then I quickly took a few more tests, and then I went to the toilet, and it's the same thing. It came out very fast, like in a few seconds. Okay, so I actually tested a few times, pregnancy test, and then I decided, okay, when my husband comes home at 6 o'clock, I'm going to tell him lah, because dah tak boleh tahan excitement dia. And he was right lah, he was right to tell me that I should have like taken the pregnancy test. I mean, he's a kind of positive person, so previous video that how he knew lah that I was pregnant. So I actually had, before pregnancy, like before trying, I really had like a few ideas in my mind. Alamak, kalau pregnant, nak buat ni, nak buat tu, nak surprise husband. But this one, I was so overwhelmed. I needed to tell him right away. Like, I needed to tell someone. Alhamdulillah, like our prayers were like answered, like just the next month, and we were both very shocked. Actually, I was spotting right for that whole week, so I was a bit scared. Oh yeah, so my husband had to enlist to reservist the next week. So he told me, can you wait for another week? So we go to on the weekends on the Saturday. That was one day before my birthday. It was on the 21st. So that whole week, he asked me to check whether I was still spotting or not. It stopped a bit, and then it started a bit. It stopped and it started. So it was not consistent. On that Saturday, we went to Poly to get a referral, but the doctor was so worried, and then he said, kalau darah, have to go to A&E to just check lah. So we went to A&E on the 21st of January. We had plans that day to do something to do with the barbecue. We chose NUH because, don't know, we heard good things about NUH. So me and my husband was born in NUH also. So we went to NUH, and then I loved the service. It was very fast. I was expecting to see the doctor, because we reached hospital by 10. I was expecting to see the doctor by 1 o'clock and all that. No, but the doctor came in 1 hour. Very fast to me lah. What she did was she checked whether there was an implantation, and alhamdulillah there was. So she did a transvaginal ultrasound. You can actually see it's just a kantong lah. It's just like a small circle there, cute circle, you can't see the fetus yet, so it's still like in the dangerous stage. So they asked to go for the next appointment, which usually is the first appointment lah, so to see whether there's a baby, there's a fetus and all that. So because like I was so tired for my first trimester, I can't even vlog. I actually listed down every single detail that I feel that what changes that happened to me and all that. So I actually wrote everything down, so like only now I get to sit down, have the energy to like talk about it lah. Week 4, this was during my cramps week, on the 8th of January. That week they started noticing changes in me. By the way, this is like too much info, but nipple had like a tingling sensation, like macam gatal. Started having cramps, like I said, and then actually I realized one thing was that my neck became too dry. and then I cannot see my neck, right? So I started to take a photo of it. It was super pigmented, like it was so black. I never seen like my neck become so black like that. And I was like trying to like put vitamin C lah, trying to get rid of it lah, and then it didn't work, not work. So I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, why is there hyperpain? Even then, I did not like think like it was pregnancy lah. I was like, what did I eat? What did I do that like, did I have like any allergy or what? So yeah, it was quite bad. I have photos of it, but obviously I can't show it lah. So I'll keep that for memories. So week 5, when I got to know I was pregnant, the very fast to lie strip. To be honest, right, I was like so shocked. This is a common symptom, is that the breast gets very sore. My BO became worse. I was like, baru apa ni, tak boleh, like, you know, like, why is it like I have to like bathe a lot of times a day. Okay, so that was the changes, because menses I don't have BO sangat. So this one was quite bad, which was quite prominent lah. Then I was always feeling sleepy and penat gila. Like I just felt like just sleeping. Tidur and tidur. Like, if can, I don't want to do anything, I'll just like sleep. And then I was thinking, is this like normal? Like, just nak tidur. I also felt nauseous already, so I was craving for like peppermint ice cream to soothe the nauseousness lah. Week 6, the next week, I had no more cramps, no more spotting. By the way, when I went to A&E, gave me the first ton to, it helps the implantation of the baby, and so it will not bleed and all that. Week was my birthday week, so I went out almost every day, but the end of the mid of the day I felt sleepy, half of the day I felt sleepy, like quarter of the day I felt sleepy. I just feel like sleeping. And for the first time during the Chinese New Year vlog, like everyone was like so happy, so happening. We went back at 11, but at 10 o'clock I was like, nak tidur, like I can't wait to sleep. Like I actually slept at the sofa when everyone was like so noisy, you know. It was that bad, you know. Like, usually like people, I feel like if there's a lot of people, I tend to become more energetic, like, you know, I like to see, you know. So I just flat out and I just do my own thing and sleep. Started drinking a lot of water. I started to pee a lot because I drink a lot of water. I was so thirsty, so I drank a lot of water, I pee a lot, and I couldn't sleep at night because I peed a lot also. And I had insomnia already that week. Couldn't sleep. Food wise, I was craving cheesy tomato based pizza, Monster Planet. I still crave it now, like both of these things. And I still hate coffee. I don't like coffee. My husband doesn't like coffee. I used to be okay with drinking it, smelling it, it's okay. But on that week, my cousin actually gave me a latte ice cream, and then I see like, okay latte. It was like latte caramel, so I expected it to be sweet, right? But when I took one bite, it was like coffee. And then I started puking. Then I said, no, this is not for me. I just hated coffee, which I think is a good thing, because caffeine in pregnancy is very, very bad. In week 7, I started to become emotional. I cry easily. I think this week was not so bad. I did not cry that easily as it is now. To think about it, I still could control, but now I can't control it. I just like now. Week I was craving for kway teow goreng, roti mam, and I started to hate Chinese food. Okay, and beancurd. Yeah, this was no lah. I couldn't smell soy sauce. This food, but I couldn't eat then. Okay, when I was nauseous. But it gets better because now second trimester I can eat anything. Week 8, so the peak is at night. when the hormones are at its peak. So at night I feel nauseous. I can wake up malam-malam, vomit. Even then in the morning, so my routine was, because I wasn't working, so at night I couldn't sleep because I keep going to the toilet, I keep vomiting. In the day I will just sleep, but that still, I still go to the toilet, I still feel nauseous. But when I sleep, the nauseous is better lah in the morning. On and off cramps, my appetite decreased, but I crave so many food like pasta, Malay food and Indian food. I eat little lah because I will feel nauseous, so I'll eat bit by bit. I was craving for chicken rice. I think that's me, but the baby didn't like it, so every time I smell chicken rice I will puke. But there was once my mum masak nasi ayam, but I just eat it like okay, hold my breath, and then makan sebab nak rasa sangat kan. And I just ate lah, even though I wanted to puke. But like I said, second trimester was much better. I can eat nasi ayam, I can eat okay, I can eat anything I want. So only the first trimester was really bad. Body odor gets worse even after bathing. The smell comes back. I think this is a problem until now, like doesn't go away, so it's quite hard. Smell heightened and almost everything is too smelly or too fragrant. Yeah, this is true. I do not have it now, surprisingly. I still can smell, but dia tak macam heightened like first trimester. I feel my nose is super sensitive in first trimester. Far away, I can smell so many things. When it gets too smelly or too fragrant also, I will tend to puke. So everything also nak puke, like that lah. I have to use natural deodorant because chemical deodorant makes it worse. That's what I'm using. I'm actually using this one until right now. You see, made of natural mineral salts. Yeah, so I am using this right now. I can smell fragrant now, so I can letak minyak wangi and all that, so it doesn't matter. My appetite and nauseous got worse. I will vomit almost every day. I'll get a few times a day. Yeah, this was so tiring because sikit-sikit and then it gets so tiring that I just want to sleep lah. So but when you sleep, it doesn't happen. The tiredness is undescribable. My husband first time kan, so dia tak faham. So dia macam, I think you should get up and go for a walk, you feel better. No, I cannot even get up of it. I just want to lie down, I just want to sleep, I just want to hibernate, you know. And then when my second trimester came, I tiba-tiba bangun, buat ni, buat tu. I clean this, clean that during my second trimester. So the only when my second trimester, everything went away, and my husband was so shocked, like, where you get all this energy from? Like, so your first trimester was so bad that I also felt so like terkejut, you know, like okay, second trimester is much better. I can do a lot of things. Like I got my energy back, I got everything back lah, alhamdulillah. So I'm so sorry if like all my vlogs in those first trimester, like going to KL and all that, I realised I did not capture a lot of things, which I felt macam kenapa tak ambil ni, kenapa, but I was so tired lah. I was so tired, so I did not think about it. I just actually, it was my brother's wedding also, so I actually like having all the energy to like think, oh nak vlog ni, nak vlog tu. So I was really very tired. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna vlog whatever that is in front of my face, and then like okay lah, nanti daripada edit cari content edit. Week 11 and 12 I started to have heartburn, especially at night. But this heartburn, I feel like I have it until now. Like I cannot baring right after I sleep. I used to have this bad habit before pregnancy that lepas makan je baring tidur. But this pregnancy really cannot. I instilled a discipline in me that lepas makan just sit down. Kalau ngantuk just tutup mata lah sambil duduk tu kan. then just close my eyes, because really when I wake up I will really have heartburn. So I eat, then after 1 hour, then maybe I can sleep back. I will not digest properly, and then I'll start vomiting then the next day lah. I started to fart a lot, I started to burp a lot. I feel like I'm a walking balloon. Macam banyaknya angin, dari mana ni angin ni datang. So I was like farting, burping, farting, angin, and up to now lah, I'm always farting, burping. Boleh rasa badan tu banyak angin and all that. At this week, my armpit gets very dry, very flaky, and I get some rashes even up to the second trimester today. I do still get flakes. And week 13 started to have constipation. So that week was quite a tough week, because law, then my husband, then me, then my brother, we all got stomach flu. So we kept vomiting. My husband totally didn't eat at all for 1 day, but I told myself I can't do that, because I'm having a baby, right? So I was googling like, okay, what must I do and all that. So I paksa diri makan, I paksa diri, even though I vomited, but I just paksa diri to eat lah, because I was so scared of the safety of the baby. So I drank a lot of water, muntah, makan sikit, muntah sikit, tak apa, makan balik, you know, that kind of thing. It was really hard lah. And I forced myself to drink, and then I think 100 plus helped a lot. So I was just like chugging like 2 bottles of 100 plus a day, because plain water I will just like vomit it back out. 100 plus like helps to give more energy. So it lasted for like 2 to 3 days. My food poisoning, or is it stomach flu lah, it's either one, because we weren't having diarrhea, we were just vomiting all again and again. My husband did not eat for 1.5 days, I think. Dia tak makan, dia tidur je. But I forced myself to eat lah. I ate paracetamol also. He said it was safe to eat paracetamol during pregnancy, and then only that lah. So I had headaches also, so I had no choice makan paracetamol. Tidur pun tak boleh, muntah. So that week was really very tough. That was the end of my first trimester. My overall feelings for the first trimester, I felt a bit of anxiety, because I cannot monitor the baby, like see the baby. So I felt a bit of anxiety at the start, but I read a lot lah. I read a lot online, like, you know, it's okay, it's and especially when the first trimester, they say it's a dangerous phase, right? You have to take care of yourself and all that. So I was really like macam takut, ya Allah, hari-hari doa, ya Allah, kelah bagiku, zuriat aku, you know, every single day. Like, I still have a bit of the anxiety, but it gets better. Scans are my favorite, because I get to see the fetus and the baby move, you know. Then it makes me very happy. When I hear the heartbeat, makes me feel very happy. I saw one TikTok, they say like sometimes you forget that you're pregnant during the first trimester, because I think the only thing that reminds me of it is all the symptoms. Like, okay, I'm pregnant, because I have all these symptoms, but other than that, macam you don't really feel it yet, and you have to psycho yourself like, oh no, I'm actually pregnant. But sometimes you just forget. For that whole 2 months, I felt like I was having PMS for like 2 months. Macam your mood is so down, you're so tired and all that. You can't do anything much, you know. Vaginal discharge increase and smell, so I always have to wear sanitary pad. For me, pad liners are not enough, so I wear sanitary pads. My dreams are most of the time vivid, and I can remember them. I think the psychology behind it is I don't really go into deep sleep, so I tend to dream a lot. And I'm super tired, baru I go into deep sleep, and I just wake up okay, like I don't remember all my dreams and all that. I'm just going to like share you guys what are the how much did we spend all together. Disclaimer that all these are subsidized as a Singaporean, specifically for NUH hospital. I'm just going to like lay out what are the estimation of how much I paid for just the first trimester lah. Disclaimer, I had a lot of bleeding, so I had to go A&E a few times. So for week 5, when I started to know that I was pregnant, I was 2 weeks spotting, right? So went to A&E. A&E standard $128 for this day, okay? For this year, okay? So the next 10 years, if you're watching this, I don't know how much is the standard price for A&E, or I don't know what's the system is now lah. So the ultra scan was extra, $78. And then week 7 was my first scan, so 180 after subsidy, including blood test and consultation. Week 12, I actually had a bleeding scare again. And then I had to go to A&E again. This bleeding, I was like, tak pergi A&E ke tak, A&E ke tak. So we still went because my blood was about half a pad, a normal pad, sanitary pad lah, not panty liner. So half of a sanitary pad, and I was a bit scared, but it was a brown blood lah. And the doctor said it was normal also, so sometimes you can get bleeding too. Actually, when this is a TMI lah, but when you're pregnant and you're doing the deed, some of us have sensitive cervix, and we tend to bleed when we are doing it. Yeah. Week 12, when we went to A&E, that was one day before our checkup. We still went. $128 standard A&E price plus doctor consultation, and $78 for ultrasound. So basic, same. The next day we had the fetal screening. They call it the nuchal translucency scan at week 12, and then those scanning was a total of $110. We went to see the gynae, so consultation and the urine, $49. So the gynae actually told us how the baby was. The scan was okay because we did not do the genetic test, so the doctor just asked us if there's anything wrong, are we okay to keep the baby and everything. So we say okay. So they just, if I'm not wrong, they just check the spine, you know, whether it's growing normally. At this point, when they measured, they actually measured the fetus was actually 1 week bigger, so they had to change the EDD date, and inshallah it will be 17 September for 40 weeks. So not sure if it will be faster or it will be exactly the date. So during the gynae appointment, because of my bleeding, like they said, no sexual intercourse for the next few months until, like, you know, it's okay, but we're taking precautions. A bit hard, but I don't know, maybe after this another baby, I don't know. I don't know. So top of that, medications was she gave us the prenatal vitamins, and for $15, and extra calcium, which was $10. So far, that's all for the first trimester. Thank you for listening to the whole thing from start to end. Can't wait to share with you guys the whole of this journey. I don't know how it will turn out, but inshallah it will turn out okay. Maybe it will be okay. We were having a gender check next week, so I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to create another video about that and put it in the next vlog, so be sure to watch. And that's all. Thank you for listening. Bye.